by Vito. He says, "What's up, Born Free? What kind of videos can we be expecting in 2017? And how are you liking Season 2? So, for 2017, I'm at a crossroads right now. Again, I'll just be real, personal, vulnerable, whatever the hell you want to call it. Videos... I'm going to talk about me a little bit later, actually. There's another question later where it's more appropriate to talk about me. Videos, I would love to do streaming. I actually have a friend, YouTuber, who's much bigger than I am in regards to YouTubing, and much bigger. And he's going to help me set up a stream, so I'm very excited about that. Very thankful to him. Looking forward to that. More Street Fighter videos where I can just kick back and chat, and then talk to you guys in the comments, and hopefully do that streaming as well, live. I'd like to do some videos on some other games, maybe some playthroughs if I do streaming. I would love to do some collaborations, dying to do some collaborations, so if you're out there and you want to collaborate, hit me up. Maybe some more interviews. I started doing interviews because at the time it didn't feel like anyone was doing them very well on camera. The ones that were on event hubs at the time, being very specific here, but there wasn't a lot of on-camera interviews, and they felt very much sort of like, hey, here's 2 minutes of me telling you that I'm best mates with this person who's a really good Street Fighter player. And I didn't want to make videos which were, hey, I'm best mates with this person who's a really good Street Fighter player. I wanted to make interviews which were very thoughtful questions, the kind of questions that an average casual kind of player would ask. Not too technical, not ever pretend to be the expert. And sometimes I'm getting a little bit into my interview technique now, but sometimes play dumb, because what you want is, I want their answer. But I can talk about interview technique some other time, but I do have a very specific technique that I use. I would love to do more gameplay for beginners videos. Some of those have gone down really, really well, especially when you think bigger, when it's more about, like, I did a video about how to think about winning and losing when you're actually just learning, and how to get over the losing. And that I go back to that. I watch that video to help me when I get salty, and a lot of other people go back to it, have told me so. And the speculation videos, I probably might still do some statue videos when I see some, as good stuff comes. I've got a 1/3 Akuma coming, so that's definitely going to be a video. I have a wonderful Vega statue. Maybe that'll be a video. I just did one on Oro. But the speculation videos, they're a lot of fun. They really are. But they were more fun back in the day when Ono was giving out his little clues. And some things... suddenly a bunch of clues would come in, and I would just put them all together, and I would, my more successful videos were like, Rashid, I know what's happening right now, because why are they announcing a character in Dubai 1 week before Tokyo Game Show? Why is Ono even in Dubai? Oh my god, this character must be probably from Dubai or the Middle East. There's pictures that Ono's releasing of whirlwinds. Well, they have sand, and sand does that shit, so... And that's where that all came from, was just clues. And then, there was the stuff on Fang and the poison and the funnily enough, it came from not hacking, data mining. There was a voice in there where M. Bison says, your poison won't work on me, which just sounds like something somebody would just say, oh, your poison won't work on me. But if you actually listen to it, you're like, poison won't work on me. He's using poison. What does poison mean? What does poison do in most games? Whenever you get hit by poison, it usually stays there and depletes your energy. So, and then like New York, when I said there was going to be a New York stage with like Alex in the background, again, it was just common sense, because in New York, I've been going to New York Comic Con for years now. They never release a character at New York Comic Con. They just do something. It bothers me because the amount of people that turn up for New York is ridiculous. I actually never get into the panel at New York because people are there 4 hours before it starts. but they never release anything like amazing. So, you know, what do they have to release? It's going to be a stage, right? It's going to be a New York stage, and if it's a New York stage, it's going to hint at Alex. So guessing back then was easier. Now it's harder because there's so much misinformation. Capcom must be doing that. I'd be doing that. I'd be throwing out misinformation this time around, particularly as they had leaks, data mining, and all that sort of stuff. So it's much harder now, and the characters are brand new, and a lot of people are doing speculation videos now, and they're doing a really great job of it. So I don't know how many speculation videos I will do in the future. I may or may not. People enjoy it just for the hell of it. Some people hate it. They just hate it. But that's okay. That's why I always say at the beginning of my videos, if this isn't your thing, it's not your thing. Okay, so the second part of the question was, how am I finding Season 2? So I'm not an amazing player at all. Love the game, love making videos, love helping other players where I can. Currently, I am enjoying Akuma. Initially, I was very frustrated because he didn't play like Street Fighter 4, but then it takes a little bit of time and you get used to it, and it taught me a lot about why certain players in the community were frustrated by the new iterations of their character until they finally started to understand how to play them, I guess. It'd be interesting to finally see Akuma in a real environment. I've seen a little bit when Takedo played Nemo, but really worried about the Lauras and the Balrogs of this world. So let's talk a little bit about that. But me personally, I'm having fun. After I'm done with this, I'm going to feel like, and I've edited it and all that stuff, I'm going to feel like I've done enough work now, if you can call this work. I'm going to reward myself with a game of Street Fighter. So I can tell you I am very much enjoying it still. But I play against players who make mistakes, a lot of mistakes, so it's all good. I'm not playing at the top level, and I think when you hit the top level, that's when there is some frustration. And by the way, Akuma is the worst possible character for someone at my level to play, because Akuma requires so much homework. Just in his offense, I'm not even talking about defense against other characters, I'm talking about his offense, right? You know, Akuma is all about absolute maximum punishes every opportunity he has. He's about setup, you know, every time you do it, every time you have a combo, you got to be thinking about, well, what's the setup after this? What's the mix up? What's the meaty? Or, you know, shimmy or whatever, right? Got to be thinking like 3 combos ahead, almost. Like you got to be thinking in sequences. Is my term for it. But yeah, worst possible character for me to pick, but as a casual player. But I will just keep playing him. I'm going to be trash at the game, but I'll play him because I enjoy playing him. So, you know, we all play for different reasons. Now, Season 2... I don't know if I can talk about the difference so much between Season 1 and Season 2, but I can talk more about the game itself. And I've never had a chance to do this because I've never had anybody ask me the question. I've never done that. I've never done a video like this. My nickname for Street Fighter 5 is Meaty Fighter 5. Essentially, the weirdest thing about Street Fighter for me is when someone, let's say you play, let's take it to an extreme example. You play a really good M. Bison player. It's such a weird feeling to be suffocated in that manner. To be getting hit and pressing, you know, you want to press a button, but you can't press a button. And when you press a button, you get hit again. You press a button, you get hit. You press a button, you get hit. It was, when I first started playing the game, it was so weird. And I started to realize that it was a turn-based game. And as I started playing it more and more and more, I started to realize that it was all about meaties. Really is about, or shimmies, right? But it felt very much about meaties, shimmies, and frame traps, right? Particularly frame traps. And so, I had to do my homework. And of course you have to do homework in a fighting game, but it definitely was very, very far removed from this idea of like pick up and play in a casual way. You know, the only thing that felt like, okay, maybe this is more of a casuals game, was that there were, less stringent in terms of like combos. It was less difficult to do combos, and the combos aren't as long lasting. That's fine if you get the opportunity to do that, but you quickly find that you won't get many opportunities to do that if you're playing against somebody who has done a little bit of homework. And that for me is more advanced, than the average player. The average player is Flowchart Ken. That's your casual player. You want to define your casual player. You want to define somebody who just wants to pick up and play. It's Flowchart Ken. It's the guy who mashes uppercut and wins sometimes by doing that. It works. Sometimes it works. And maybe that's why he loved Street Fighter 4, right? You want to, if you really, really, really want to define the casual player, that guy who wants that one opportunity every now and then to win against a really good player or a good player, go to the Gandhi match. Go to that match. Look how much fun that guy is having winning that game. Look how much terror he's putting through the Rufus player through. Look at the commentators, Logan and F-Word. That was what made them, brought them to notoriety, that match. F-Word couldn't hold it together. There's a moment in there where Logan is being very dry, and he's like, the Umi Shoryus here are amazing, and F-Word, there's the jab section. I don't know if you guys, I watch that game all the time, guys, because I love it, and it kind of reminds me of me, probably, to be perfectly honest. There's a moment where he uses an EX, and you know why he uses an EX? Because he doesn't know. He just wants to be ultra sure. And Logan says, why not use it? You use an EX, just be extra sure, like as a joke, because he didn't need to use an EX in that situation, or implying that he didn't need to use an EX in that situation. His meter management was not there. He probably never heard the term. He's played Ryu before. There was a competition going on, some Street Fighter competition going on. He entered it. This is how I like to think of it. I'm sure this is the story. And he was on stream. He's like, "Well, fuck this. Hello, mum. Got nothing to lose. I don't play this game. What the hell?" And he wins. And it's just, it's amazing. And that's what I think needed to be captured in Street Fighter 5. That was it. That was what needed to be captured in Street Fighter 5. That was casuals being able to play against pros. You have a V reversal for the offensive pressure, but I don't. Now you can punish V reversals. Come on, you can punish V reversals. Give me a break. I'm using bar for that V reversal. Let me do V reversals all the time then, or if they can be punished, let me do them whenever I want, or give me an advantage. When I V reversal, put that guy on the ground, hard knockdown. Actually, I'm not even sure if that happens. I don't think it does. It depends on the V reversal, but hard knockdown, give me an advantage, or something, so I can turn the tables. It doesn't seem to be much opportunities to turn the tables currently as the game exists at the moment, and I definitely think you can suffocate under the offense, and I think it's really, really quite scary, and I don't think that's for casuals. So maybe the game is moving towards maybe they've said, okay, Marvel vs. Capcom is now going to be where we pick up the casuals, because we haven't got any chance in hell of picking up casuals anymore in Street Fighter. So let's change this game gradually into something else. That might be the case. I don't know. But I don't think beginners have much of a chance in this game. I think you have to go away and you have to do a hell of a lot of homework on games in general. You have to understand what a meaty is. You have to understand what your options are. You have to understand when you can press a button. You have to actually understand I don't even understand this. You have to understand what are the options of every single other character that's coming at you. For the pros, Javits had to put together I think they were called Change the Game, did the video for him, but Javits put the original notes together to say this is what Laura can do, and once you understand what she can do, then you can understand what you can do. And that's how it works. That's how it works at the top level. And that's not how it works for beginners. But unfortunately, that's what I think a beginner has to do to get into this game, to be perfectly honest. Having said that, beginners play beginners initially. So you can still have fun. You can still beat beginners. And at my level, I still get to beat people. So yes, I am enjoying it. But I do think it's got this. It's the removal of the invincible reversal, the DP. That's sort of like, just get off me, it's gone. They said that it was going to be jabs. It's with the meaties and the frame traps, in particular the frame traps. So I keep calling it meaties and frame traps, but particularly with the frame traps, it's like you're done. So. The game's at an interesting spot at the moment. It feels quite advanced. It feels like there is a lot of offensive pressure, and it also feels like one right guess can lead to a dizzy and a win. The rounds are over very, 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 very quickly. So Balrog, Laura, you can take down their full health. You can outplay them for a whole game, and you see these tremendous comebacks. And maybe there's some hype factor in that. Yeah, of course there is. There's some hype factor in tremendous comebacks. That is true. But it's also very disheartening to be on the end of that. So maybe the games are over too quick too. Maybe they need to change the damage output. So I'm kind of enjoying it, but I would call myself like a mid-level-ish. Most people would not call me mid-level, but I'm going to call myself that because I actually know what casual players are. And I'm way above those guys. So those are my thoughts on Season 2.